Minasan konnichiwa. Wait, I have a new intro. Wait. Minasan konnichiwa. Welcome back, wherever you are in the universe, wherever you're from. You have landed here, and I hope you're all doing well. So, there has been a lot going on in the shifting community, especially since all the videos, all the exposure we've been getting due to YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Tumblr, all that crazy stuff. So recently I did get a message on my quotive account about someone asking about TheOdd1sOut, and they told me that they got a bunch of in the comment section that they saw, and they were asking me about they were asking me for reassurance on reality shifting and for some comfort in general because of all that's been going on. So there's been a lot of drama, I know. Also, I'm not here to bash on anyone, obviously, because that's not what this channel is about. This is all about trying to promote, what I wish to promote and what I hope I am making a point about is to have healthy mindset, mind, body, spirit, all that great stuff. I want you all to live healthy lives. Don't go down a rabbit hole and tumble down a hill and get yourself hurt. That's what I'm trying to promote on this channel. So I'm not here to bash on anyone, by the way, as a disclaimer. So back to the topic. I know a lot of you, as I was saying, I got a few things about TheOdd1sOut, right? And I was like, TheOdd1sOut? I thought he was just an animator because, you know, I did grow up on him. Back in middle school, I watched him a lot, and he was just someone that I really liked and I kind of looked up to for his animations. Like, wow, that's cool. I wish I could do that too. Obviously, I never did go into animation, so I'm here now doing YouTube, as this is. And that recent video that I saw that he made was actually a bit disappointing. Not because of the misinformation in that video, but because of how he presents it. So, James, right? Throughout the whole video, he introduces reality shifting as something quite outlandish, and he's like, at the beginning, I understand, blah, 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 blah. I can listen to people who talk about this and that, conspiracy theories, but when it comes to reality shifting, I can't. And then, not only that, but recently, right, I saw a video by Nicholas Black. He made a video about how reality shifting basically gives people psychosis, or it helps them develop it in some way because of what it is. So these two videos combined kind of rubbed me in the wrong way because not everyone is the same for obvious reasons. On this channel, I've noticed especially that you all are quite, I don't want to say stable, but you're all getting yourselves into the mindset that I'm trying to promote in all my videos. The point of my videos is to make sure you all, when you do reality shifting, you're still thankful for the life you are given, for what you have in this place that we live in. That's the point of all my videos at the end and throughout the whole thing, the whole theme, right? So for me to see that, it made me curious because I don't use TikTok and I don't really promote reality shifting on platforms. I don't pull out information and post it on my Tumblr or anything like that. So besides my Wattpad, it's only like a guide, but that's really it. And I link my videos in that Wattpad book too. But besides that, it's not like I go out there and I tell people that if you don't believe in reality shifting, you're a bad person or anything, because obviously bad people, good people, that's all depends on perception. It's all from a certain point of view, right? So for that reason, how can I just go out and call someone a bad person for not believing in what I believe in? So, in TheOdd1sOut, right, he makes a point that a lot of reality shifters push the idea that reality shifting exists. And I've never really met anyone like that because of the way that my videos are, or at least I hope. The people in my comments, at least, they're rather nice to each other, civil, and even if I do get hate comments, it's not like I see people insult each other back and forth, so that's really good, right? So from my point of view, it's kind of like, okay, so I see he's gotten into that side of TikTok. the side where a lot of people are misinforming each other and they're making up a bunch of things that don't actually relate to reality shifting and are just made up. And I'm not going to go over the misinformation in that video that TheOdd1sOut made, because I know 𝓎𝓤𝓘𝓙𝓬 did a video about that, 5 minutes long. You can go watch it if you want after this. But the point of this is that reality shifting is a tool, like weapons in general. So let's say a kitchen knife. That itself is a tool. It's something you use to cut vegetables, fruits, anything you need to eat. But can we be angry at that knife for cutting the person who is cooking, for cutting the person who is trying to cut a strawberry or something like that? No, because it's just a tool. It's not something that we can control. It doesn't live. It's simply an object, something we use to achieve our goals. Like reality shifting, that's something that we can't control. We don't know who's going to use it. We don't know who is going to utilize it to however they wish to. For that reason, reality shifting as a whole is not dangerous, but if used in the wrong hands, then it can lead to consequences for obvious reasons. Especially because, as I've said in my previous videos, reality shifting can be like a drug. It can be an addiction, and that's the point where you need to stop. That's the point where you need to go ask for help or look inside yourself and figure out what you need to work on, what you need to really pay more attention to. So, my geez, there's a lot going on and I don't know how to address it all, but I want you all to know that reality shifting as a whole is not dangerous unless you use it in the wrong sense. For that reason, I understand that there are haters out there who are coming at us saying a bunch of things like, you guys are crazy, it's impossible, whatever. Even if they do say that, that's their belief. We shouldn't bash on them for saying that it's impossible, it's fake, all that kind of stuff. But we also shouldn't be coming at each other and saying that you're wrong, blah, 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 it's not backed up by facts or whatever. Even if it's not. I like to think of reality shifting as this. With religion, a lot of people cannot exactly back up how we know someone is watching us. Say, Christianity, right? I'm not Christian myself, but this is an example because a lot of people are Christian. They believe in God, right? And they believe that that God is someone who they are loyal to, who watches over them. Kind of like a caretaker, I believe. Not sure, but in that sense, no one knows if that God is up there or if that God is watching them, but people still pray to that God. They still have faith in that person, right? Even though they haven't seen that person with their own eyes. Like with reality shifting. Sure, there are those CIA documents, but that's only one piece of information that we have. Do I believe in the CIA documents as solid proof? No. Why? Because the CIA is not it's not a scientific organization. It's more like secret files, all that kind of stuff. They do like behind the scenes stuff. So do I believe in the CIA files? I do not. And also, I think that's not mostly because, but someone who I thought made a good point is Nick is not green. So in his videos, yes, he does kind of bash on us, but I don't blame him, and I don't blame TheOdd1sOut or Nicholas Black or anyone else like that, because what they're saying, for the most part, from their perspective, it's true. Do we have proof beyond those CIA files? Well, quote-unquote proof. I'm saying quote-unquote because the Monroe Institute, right? I heard from a few people, this was an interesting point, okay? I'm not saying that it's true, but it's a point, all right? They're saying that the Monroe Institute was only there to make money off of the whole experimentation stuff with the mind and all that stuff. So that's the point that someone made, and I thought that's an interesting point to bring up, and perhaps that might be true, especially since we're not sure if these people are actually scientists for sure. I did read over the CIA documents a while back, so my memory is a bit hazy, so correct me if I'm wrong on that. But besides that, there are some people who are also saying that reality shifting is a bit like dissociating, and I'm not sure about that, because I myself am not, like, okay, a lot of people do call me insane. I've gotten a lot of hate comments, people saying no therapist or psychologist would call me mentally sound. Ironically, I'm actually aiming to become a psychologist or a psychiatrist, one of those two. So, just because I believe in this, does that make me psychotic? Does that make me mentally unstable? It does not. Like religion, you can't call people who believe in someone they can't see psychotic, can you? It's similar to that. So a lot of what people are saying is rather odd, and I find it so weird how people go around bashing on each other, saying that why should you believe in that if there's no scientific proof? Why should you believe in this and that? The only issue that I see with this is that we do have a lot of young people who go into reality shifting and become obsessed with it. That's the only issue I see. That, and people who do have mental issues go into reality shifting without knowing exactly what they are doing. For that reason, if you are new, always do research. Always. And that includes everything you do in life. Always do research, because you don't want to go into something without knowing what you're getting into. It's like going to North Korea for a tourist attraction. Why should you go there without doing the proper research? You're basically setting yourself up for failure, and you might, end up in jail or something like that. Similar to reality shifting. If you don't know what you're getting into, then how will you know if it's right for you? Some people are saying also that reality shifters are pushing on other people the fact that what we believe in is real. If someone does not believe in it, that doesn't mean we should push on the fact that it is real, because everyone is free to believe in what they want. If they do not think reality shifting is real, that's okay. That's not an issue that we should really see as an issue, because they have the right to believe in what they want, and we have the right to believe in what we want. For that reason, I don't believe we should go at each other's necks, please. And even though the odd ones out may not be 100% correct, he may not be telling the right information, that doesn't mean that we should go around and say to each other that you're this or you're that. And it's the cycle of hatred. Because one person does not agree with another, then we all go at each other and we create a war. We do not want that. A war of hatred. That's what it becomes. And then it just keeps circling around and around until it just continues. For that reason, I want you all to be mindful that whatever you believe in, it doesn't matter if you believe in reality shifting or if you don't, or if you think it should be backed up by science, or it is, or not. Just don't go around telling each other that you're wrong, or that, oh, it's fake, even though it's something that we believe in. The only issue, as I've said before though, I just want to summarize this to conclude, to remind you all that the only issue that I see is that a lot of people are becoming obsessed with reality shifting. For that reason, in all my videos, or at least nearly all, I promote the mindset of being grateful for what you have, taking a step back from where you are, and reflecting. Those are my two of the few important points that I always put out, because I don't want you all to use this as a coping mechanism that becomes unhealthy. Sure, if you go there to just have fun, that's fine. Or if this is a hobby, basically. So see it as a hobby and not as something that you should do religiously, because obviously you'll get far too attached and then you'll become addicted to it and it'll be like a drug to you, and we do not want that. That's the only issue that outsiders see, and also I agree with that issue, but it's not like all of us are like that. It's simply the majority on TikTok, or at least what we see as the majority. Those people who blow up on TikTok, which would probably be the minority. So the minority on TikTok are the ones who seem to be the most obsessed with it. For that reason, please keep in mind to always be grateful for what you have. Be grateful for everything. You're here now. If you weren't here, then you wouldn't have seen this video. If you weren't here, then you wouldn't have met, say, your friends, or you wouldn't have eaten your favorite food, all that stuff. So wherever you are in the galaxy, in the universe, thank you for coming. I hope you have a wonderful stay on my channel. Until next time, mata ne. What was my catchphrase? Also, sometimes all you can do is believe.